What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Dog Pound. I am M-Dog, coming to you from our beautiful Bridgeville Rifle and Pistol Club, although very, very windy Bridgeville Rifle and Pistol Club in Bridgeville, Delaware. Bear with me, we've got winds about 30 miles an hour, so just can't win for losing. Beautiful bluebird day like today, and got winds like this. It's nuts. But welcome to the Eastern Shore of life. So before we get into today's video, you could really help me out by smashing that old like button, sharing this video with a like-minded friend or two who shares our passion of firearms and has a love for our Second Amendment freedoms. Then please consider subscribing to the channel. This is the easiest way by far to show your support for what we do here, and it helps us keep moving in the right direction. You can also follow me on Facebook and on Patreon at The Dog Pound with M-Dog. If you choose to become a Patreon member of the Dog Pound, you will automatically be eligible for future giveaways and have early access to Dog Pound swag as soon as it becomes available. Now, let's get into it before we look like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz and this ain't Kansas anymore. I recently did a review on an American icon. When we are referring to firearms and American history, the review I did was on a COLT M1911A1 chambered in the Lord's caliber 45 ACP, the original Colt 45. This Colt 45, to be exact, as soon as I can get it out of here and protect it from the wind. This Colt 45. Bad dude, huh? So, I hope you all enjoyed that video because I really enjoyed doing that review on this gun. During that review, I mentioned that I'd like to do a video comparing the Colt M1911A1 that was made in 1943 to a modern day version of the classic 1911. Well, since I got some positive feedback from you guys who said that you would also like to see me do that video, today is the day. Although a very windy day, but I'm doing it because I love you all. I have a modern day replica of this classic pistol. This is a M1911 U.S. Army A1 U.S. Army 45 ACP made in 2019. So, weapon is clear. Both weapons have been checked. But as you can see, the way they're made, the way they're built, even down to the very, very minute specs, other than the surface, you know, of course, very identical pistols. So, trust me when I tell you this is going to be a cool video. This pistol is made by Tisas out of Turkey. And I will say, Tisas did all the right things when they produced these line of M1911 pistols, and they beautifully recreated an almost exact replica of the Colt M1911A1 U.S. Army. Other than the obvious cosmetic differences between these two pistols, the mechanics and internal components are identical. This Tisas 45 has been on this channel before, back when I first started the channel, but the shots I fired through it in that video are the only shots that's ever been fired through this gun. It's been sitting in the safe since that video shoot, but I had the perfect reason now to bring it back out. Today we're going to find out if the modern day versions of the 1911 can compete and be as reliable as the original versions made so many years ago. Young versus old, I suppose. Let's take a quick look at the specs on the Tisas M1911A1. Tisas is a Turkish firearms manufacturer, and they are imported into the United States by SDS Imports, which is in Tennessee. There's also a division of Tisas known as Tisas USA, which is based out of Knoxville, Tennessee. Tisas worked really hard to make a new production version of the most iconic sidearm ever carried onto the battlefield. The Tisas 1911A1 U.S. Army is built to look and perform just like what John Browning intended it for it to look. Their pistols come with a 1-year warranty and a lifetime service plan. Now that we've looked this pistol over, let's talk a little bit about the magazines and ammunition that I'll be using in today's video. And again, I apologize if any shaking's going on here that you guys are seeing. Man, I'm doing the best I can. It is brutal out here, but I got to get this done because it's something I wanted to do. So hang tight. In the review I did on the COLT M1911A1, I used a couple of types of mags. I used the original Colt mag that was issued with the pistol in 1943, along with a couple of older style 7-round 1911 mags. And I used 3 8-round KCI magazines that I picked up from AmmunitionDepot.com. That Colt M1911A1 ran every one of those mags without a single malfunction or failure to feed. So it's only fair that we give the young buck the same kind of mags to see if the youngin can hang with the old man. And boy, let me tell you, if the old man whoops up on the young buck, I'm gonna tease that fool until we put him back in the safe later. The ammunition that I'm gonna be using today is 185 grain jacketed hollow points from PMC. These are the PMC bronze, and since I don't have any more Colt hollow points left, I figured these would be a good comparison since all the specs on the ammo are very similar. Once we run all that ammo out, I have 2 more mags loaded up with some of the same ammo I used in the old man. These here are 185 grain jacketed soft points from Winchester. These Freedom Seeds ran great through the Colt, so I expect them to do just as well in a pistol that pays tribute to the 45th President of the United States. Well, let's go find out. I'll see y'all back here in a bit for my final thoughts on the Tisas Young Buck 1911A1. Let's go. Alright, so we're also going to be limited on angles I can do with the camera. Done had the camera blown over a couple times in the sand now, so even if it's still working, who knows. But man, I'm out here trying for you guys. It sucks that a day that's so beautiful, the wind's got to be like this. I hope you all stick with me and let's get through this because I do think it's worth it. But we're going to start off, like I said, with an old school 1911 older mag, and it has the jacketed hollow points in it. So we're going to run them first through the young buck. All right, let's give it a whirl. We'll start off here at 7 yards since the target's moving so bad. That was me. Chalk it up to the break-in period or whatever you would like to call it. So far, she's not liking the magazines when they're at full capacity. You go one less and it's eating it fine. Like I said, the old man, you know, the old 1943 old man ate them like a champ. So Tisas, the young buck's got some work to do. Even though it still shoots really well. And anything that's happening out here that's screwing up is me because of the wind. So just bear with me. we're empty. Man, that wind is something else. Now, I ran all of them fine. So maybe she's she's probably put through, let's see, 71 rounds total since we first bought her. So we'll see. It shoots wonderful. I mean, it holds a good group. If the target stays still, we'll keep them in a good pattern, but you guys will see. I'm doing the best I can. Loaded back up with 8 rounds. Still shooting jacketed hollow points. KCI mags. Just so you know, I treat this one like all the other pistols I've ever shot. So it has been field stripped, lubricated. So it's got oil. That's not an issue. But let's run it again, see what we got before we lose our target to the wind. Oh, she's breaking in. Look out, old man. I don't know how well you can tell, but we're at 10 yards, and I've got the camera stabilized between 2 50-gallon drums that are full of water. That tells you what kind of wind we're dealing with out here. We're going to try some rapid fire on these jacketed soft points now. Definitely releasing better now. That's where we're at right now after the rapid fire. 10 yards, not too bad. Don't want to move back too much further because I'm honestly expecting to lose the target at any minute because of the wind. But I would say that it still shoots very nice. Consider the price difference. That's all I got to say about that. Empty. Well, that's it, guys. I don't know if there's any replacing the old workhorse, but it does a good job. Let's see if we can get back to the kennels, and I'll give you my final thoughts and hopefully get a little out of this wind where I can actually talk to you guys and maybe you can hear me. So hang tight. We'll see you in a little bit at the kennels for the final thoughts on the Tisas 1911. Bad dude. Welcome back to the kennels, guys, for my final thoughts on the Tisas 1911A1 U.S. Army chambered in .45 ACP. Also, now and forever known around here as the Young Buck. Bear with me because doing the best we can to get these this final segment run before the wind takes us off to Never Never Land. Well, who won the battle between the young and old? Maybe I'm just a little old-fashioned, but to me, there's no substitute for the American icon. Although I definitely tip my hat to Tisas for producing a sidearm that is so historically correct. It is made very well and it feels exactly the same in your hand as far as look, weight, recoil, even down to the sights. It is as close to the original as you can possibly get. The biggest difference is the price, and of course the availability plays a huge factor as well. Depending on which model of Tisas 1911 you choose, you're looking at an MSRP of anywhere from $500 to up to $1,000. if you look at the going prices for good 1911 pistols, prices are just, they're through the roof. Tisas is making some high quality pistols for a fraction of the price, and you guys have seen now how well they perform, and they're available and on the market, which is a great thing. Now the flip side of that, you'd be extremely lucky to come across an original COLT M1911A1 with all the matching numbers and correct internal components. And if you do find such a piece, I can guarantee you that you'll be taking a second mortgage out to buy one, and then you may turn right around and lose it in your divorce settlement. My advice, do your research and explore your options before you go down that rabbit hole. Maybe you should ask Tammy. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope you find a 1911 that fits your wants and desires. If you've never shot a 1911, you really need to get out of the house a little more. They are a lot of fun to shoot, and I just wish the price of .45 ammo would come back down so us average folk could have more fun shooting the Lord's caliber. I just may go back and watch reruns of Hickok 45's videos of him shooting his 45s, because after this video, I'm broke. I wish the Lord would furnish me some bulots. So help a broke shore Billy out and smash that like button on this video. Share it with some of our broke butt friends out there so we can all feel sorry for each other. And if not too caught up in our pity party, please subscribe to the channel so we can keep bringing this content to you guys. I truly appreciate your support or your sympathy. If you're on your way home from the 2023 SHOT Show, I hope you had a great time and a safe trip home. Life wouldn't allow me to be there this year, so it's a bummer that I didn't get a chance to meet some of y'all. But I'm going to be heading out to Indianapolis in April for the NRA show. Hopefully I'll be able to meet some of y'all in person out in Indianapolis. Thank you to all my sponsors. I love every one of you for donating all the products that you donate to the channel. We couldn't do this without you. I would go into details about it, but you'll catch the credits at the end of the video, because like I said, we're getting ready to fly off to Never Land out here. But I love y'all. So until then, spend time with those you love. Time spent with them is always time well spent. May y'all live as long as you want, never want as long as you live. Shoot straight, shoot often, be safe, God bless, and don't get blown away by the wind. I'm M-Dog, and I'll see y'all right back here next time on the Dog Pound. Tisas 1911A1, U.S. Army, 45 ACP. Bad dude. It's windy as crap, so we gone. Whoa.